Welcome back for another edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Chris Wright, along with Calhoun County Sheriff Larry Amerson. Sheriff, it is good to see you again.
Good to be here, Chris. Thank you for all your hard work. Everybody's staying busy and good things are happening. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we've got several more arrests to thank you for this week. As a matter of fact, is it seven?
Seven more arrests, and y'all have done a great job. Look at that total, 3,358 people. What a good job.
That is awesome. We are approaching here in the next, I think 2 weeks from now, will be the 11-year anniversary of this show.
We need to have a good time on that night.
Absolutely. All right. Maybe next week, as a matter of fact. I don't know. We'll have to check on that. But right now we need to celebrate somebody else, and that is the dispatchers.
That's right, Chris. It's National Dispatchers Week. Those people that talk to you on the phone when you have a problem or an emergency, whether it's a 911 center or a law enforcement agency, those are those unseen people who help you. They're the first people on the scene of an emergency. When you call, they're there with you. And that job, if you sit and think about it, okay, you've got to take somebody who's calling in very often not in the best state of mind. Correct. So they're sharing information very quickly, not necessarily very rationally. There's a lot more emotion involved. Getting the right details from that person as quickly as possible and then giving those details to the people that need to respond, it's absolutely critical, and it's not easy. It's not easy. You're talking to this upset person, you're typing in your information, you're talking on the radio to the patrol units that are responding, you're coordinating with other agencies. It's a almost thankless job, but they do a great job at it. And I would imagine a lot of people, when they talk to a dispatcher, when they're very emotional, they may think that the dispatcher is not caring as much about their situation because of their tone of voice, but the dispatcher is in fact just trying to do what they professionally know how to do to get that information correct quickly. Exactly. They are focused, they're trying to calm you down and extract critical information, and they're asking questions often that the person on the phone thinks, well, this doesn't make any sense, but it does. Just cooperate and thank them for what they do. They're trained and they're asking those questions for very good reasons. So there we go. We thank our dispatchers and the only people that get to tell him where to go. That is right. I remind them of that often. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the first half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Does your car stink? Tired of holding your nose and hiding your face? Let AOD Federal Credit Union help you find a new ride you'll be proud to drive at the 23rd Annual Credit Union Car Sale. Visit the Anniston Metropolitan Airport April 15th through 20th. Loan officers will be on site for immediate approval. Find your car at the 23rd Annual Calhoun County Credit Union Car Sale and insist on AODFCU financing for awesome low auto loan rates.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
Hi, I'm Katina Houston with Family Links, and this is the Family Tip of the Week. It's not news that kids who grow up in violent homes are more likely to become depressed, antisocial, or violent themselves. But new research shows that children who are exposed to high levels of family discord or experience physical abuse share a pattern of brain reactivity similar to that of soldiers in combat. While your home may not be turbulent, even run-of-the-mill fights with your partner may be stressful for your children to witness. That's alarming. So should we Botox all the emotion out of our faces? Not even. We have to learn how to fight the right way. My parents never fought in front of me, so I never got a model of how couples who love each other disagree and resolve conflict. So here are some suggestions. Number 1, let it out. Holding in your anger or disappointment for the sake of the kids isn't the best idea. Unspoken tension can be more stressful than actual fighting. Kids will fill in the blanks of what you're not talking about and will let their imaginations run wild. It's best to address minor issues now before the silent treatment sets in. Number 2, fight fair. Your kids will face their own share of sandbox spats and playground throwdowns, so think of your own disagreements as teaching opportunities. Model appropriate behavior, avoid demeaning words, express your feelings, and keep your hands to yourself. Number 3, follow up. Arguing in front of the kids can teach them an important lesson. People can disagree and still remain connected. Disputes don't terminate relationships. Talk to your children about it and tell them Mommy and Daddy fight sometimes, but we always love each other and we'll work it out. Lastly, make nice. If your kids saw the fight, make sure they see the reconciliation too. And don't try forcing a superficial one for their sake. Kids will pick up on that. Remember, when conflicts are handled constructively, kids learn to compromise. They learn compassion and to use warmth to solve disagreements. They also learn that conflict with someone you love is not the end of the world. For more family tips, please contact Family Links at 256-820-5911.
Welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. First up in our lineup this week, Nikolai McRath. Mr. McElrath, last known to be living in Anniston, wanted for probation revocation on theft of property second. And this is Sally Warner. Miss Warner, last known to be living in Oxford. She's wanted for probation revocation, possession and receipt of a controlled substance, and failure to appear on loitering. And meet April Quain. Miss Quain, last known to be living in Weaver. She's wanted for failure to appear on illegal possession of prescription drug. And this is Christy Davis. Miss Davis, last known to be living in Anniston. She's wanted for probation violation on possession and receipt of a controlled substance. We'll take a look at Martez Jones. Mr. Jones, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for probation violation on theft of property first. And last up for our first half, Christopher Willingham. Mr. Willingham, last known to be living in Ohatchee, is wanted for failure to appear on theft of property second. And that's it for the first half of the lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show.
More crime fighting coming up in just a few minutes, but Sheriff, right now it's time to get ready to celebrate.
Celebrate and have a lot of fun too, Chris.
All right, we've got the Foothills Family Festival coming up very soon, and we've got a couple of guests that are joining us now to talk about that. Elaine and Katina. Elaine is with the Calhoun Cleburne Children's Center, and Katina, you know from Family Links that we talk about very often here on this show, and you see Katina every week pretty much. So let's talk about the Foothills Family Festival. When is it going to be?
June.
April the 25th.
April 25th. Okay.
I don't know where she is.
We'll have 2 weeks.
You don't have that much time now. We're getting close. You think you've got time to prepare. We don't have that much time.
It's April 25th, just a little over a week away.
And out at McClellan, which is a beautiful space there. We've got lots of open space to do lots of things there, and a lot of history out there as well. So it's a good place to have this. We'll talk about all the fun that we're going to have in a few minutes, but right now let's talk about why the festival is important. It's going to help out the Family Links program. It's also going to help out the Calhoun and Cleburne Children's Center.
Yes, it is. We are both nonprofit agencies. The Children's Center does child abuse cases, so we're the people that talk to the kids when there's an abuse case.
You're the people responsible for the pinwheels that are out there on Quintard right now. We see those blowing in the wind, and each one of those pinwheels represents a child. As a matter of fact, you're wearing one of them right now.
I am. Each represents a child that we've interviewed over the past year.
And you interview them not because you just want to find out about them, but because, there's somebody potential for an issue.
Yes, there's an abuse issue.
So it's not fun work most of the time, I'm sure, but it's incredibly important work.
We think so.
And of course, the funding for that, Sheriff, you know, funding is getting cut. We've all got to do our part to help with the things that we think are important.
Absolutely, Chris, and the funding is critical, and this is our fundraiser for these two organizations because If we didn't have the money, those children would not get the help they need on both levels. Of course, Family Links is the folks who try to help those at-risk children that may come in contact with the criminal justice system and keep them on the straight and narrow path. So 2 great causes for somebody to have fun with.
All right, Katina, tell us a little bit about some of the programs that you have there at Family Links.
Well, the funding helps to support programs that help children and families be successful. We have a Parent Project, which is a parenting program that helps parents with at-risk children, but also a program that is not just a reactive program, but a preventative program. You learn skills and techniques to deal with those behaviors before the kids even start showing those at-risk behaviors. We also have programs where our counselors go into the schools to help with truancy issues and office referrals. We have a drug preventative program. We just want to provide programs that will help our families in Calhoun County be successful and the kids to be successful.
And you do that very efficiently. You don't spend a whole lot of money on that, but you do have to have some funding to be able to continue doing this.
We would love to be able, because of sometimes the population that we serve, they're not able to pay for counseling or expensive in-home measures, and so we would love to be able to provide all of our services for free or at a minimal cost, but you know, we also have staff that's not working for minimal or free. And so the funding helps us to be able to have these programs and have qualified, efficient staff members that can provide the services.
And of course, I'm sure that one of the things you recommend to families to make sure that they do, you know, get along well together is go out and enjoy free, fun family events together.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. It's a big part of being a healthy and successful family is participating in activities together.
Chris, these 2 organizations, being the chairman of both, we have great boards that contribute a lot, but I want to tell you that these groups make a difference in the children of our county. They make a positive difference, and so we need to support them. We need folks to come out and have fun and give some money for a good cause.
Absolutely. Elaine, anything else you want to tell us about the Calhoun Kleber Children's Center?
We just, you know, because we're nonprofit, we're also, even though we're nonprofit, we're kind of mandated for children to come through the center. So we feel like if children have to come through, if they're in a bad situation and they have to come through, it would not make sense to charge them to come and receive our services. So we want every child that has a need to be able to come through, and things like the Family Festival will help us to provide those services.
And of course, the better you're able to provide for the surroundings when those children come in, the more things that you can do to make them comfortable, the better information you're going to get from them.
Absolutely.
The shorter period of time that the whole family is going to have to deal with the issue, hopefully, everything benefits.
Everybody benefits, for sure.
Really, in those interviews with the child, the district attorney's office, Department of Human Resources, law enforcement, counselors, and the sessions with those children are very carefully handled so that child's not put any more at risk or the least amount of stress as possible. It's a big deal.
All right, so ladies, thank you very much. You have let us know why the Foothills Family Festival is important. 2 very good reasons. And coming up in a few minutes, we're going to talk about why it's fun. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with the second half of this week's lineup, and then we'll talk about all the great things that will be happening very soon.
We would like to invite everyone out to Foothills Family Festival, April 25th at Fort McClellan, 9 to 4 p.m.
And come out and get your free backpack, free chance to win one of these wonderful bikes, and we'll see you there on April 25th.
And bring your entire family out and walk or run to participate in our Run for Funds 5K.
And then go to the car show to support the whole family and all the children of Calhoun County.
Come on out to
Foothills Family Festival, April 25th.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
a crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was
homeless,
broken, sad,
just lost. But now I am sober,
happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Does your car stink? Tired of holding your nose and hiding your face? Let AOD Federal Credit Union help you find a new ride you'll be proud to drive at the 23rd Annual Credit Union Car Sale. Visit the Anniston Metropolitan Airport April 15th through 20th. Loan officers will be on site for immediate approval. Find your car at the 23rd Annual Calhoun County Credit Union Car Sale and insist on AODFCU financing for awesome low auto loan rates.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, William Morgan. Mr. Morgan, last known to be living in Oxford. He's wanted for fraudulent use of a credit card ×2. And here is Jaron Allen. Mr. Allen, last known to be living in Oxford. He's wanted for failure to appear on theft of property 1st and criminal trespass 3rd. And take a look at Vashawn Burton. Mr. Burton, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on distribution of a controlled substance. And meet Kelly Dove. Miss Dove, last known to be living in Flomaton, Alabama. She's wanted for writing multiple worthless checks. And this is Autumn Hicks. Miss Hicks, last known to be living in Anniston. She's wanted for failure to appear on theft of property 3rd. And last up in our lineup this week, Michael Martin. Mr. Martin, last known to be living in Oxford. He's wanted for failure to appear on loitering. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you know the whereabouts of any of these folks, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers, 256-238-1414.
The crime fighting is not done. We've got your Crime Stoppers segment of the show coming up in just a few minutes. But Sheriff, now this is where it gets dangerous.
That's right.
We welcome your wife onto the set.
Yes, this is a full family effort for the Foothills Family Festival.
we could get into some trouble here. So, Teresa Crossan and Lisa Emerson joining us now. You ladies are working very hard to put together the Foothills Family Festival that we've been talking about. Are we ready?
We're ready. It's not getting. It's going to get fun.
Yeah.
That's what it's fixing to get up in here. We are a part of a larger organization. We're just a small part of the volunteers that are putting together the Foothills Family Festival on April 25th.
You hear that? She says they're a small part.
We are a small part.
Yeah. Has it seemed like a small part around your house lately?
No.
I didn't think so.
It's major.
Well, she and I are the small part of the bigger picture. But we've got bikes. We're giving away 3 to 4 bikes an hour.
Wow. So the festival is going to go on for how many hours?
The festival will be from 9 to 4.
So 3 to 4 bikes every hour from 9 till 4. That's a lot of bikes to give away.
Thanks to our wonderful sponsors and people who couldn't dedicate their time. They opened up their checkbooks and allowed us to help give back in this manner, and we are just blessed.
You know, that's awesome. It's great in helping to get the kids out there, but it's also great when the kids go home with a bicycle. Sheriff, if they've got something like this that they can take some pride in and enjoy, that really makes a difference in the way a kid grows up.
It certainly does. And last year we saw a lot of delighted young people when they won bikes at our giveaways. They were excited. And parents were happy they got that for free.
Well, let me tell you something I was really impressed with last year. I was impressed with the music. Every festival you go to, it seems like they've got music, and there are a lot of talented musicians. But I don't believe I've ever been to a local festival where I was as impressed with every act that went on stage as I was with the Foothills Festival. Congratulations.
Oh, we pride ourselves on our music. We are truly gifted in finding that perfect niche for that perfect event. And Hutch Edwards Project's going to be there, the Ferguson Brothers, Billy Droz is going to be there. We're even going to have square dancers for the children who've never seen square dancing before. I'm excited about that. So, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Music, food, fun.
Car show.
Car show. We see a lot of movement with that music too. It's kind of fun to watch those folks out there move around. But we do have a car show. We've got some wonderful things at the gate. As they come in the gate, they get a free backpack. They'll get a ticket for these bikes, so make sure you get your tickets, kids. And they'll also get a free wristband and other things as they come through the gate, so they're going to get started right as soon as they come.
And we'll have people with booths that have items for sale and such, right?
We'll have craft vendors, food vendors, and if you need anything, find someone in a bright yellow shirt. You can't miss us.
Yeah, it looks like the sun has risen twice on the set here.
Exactly. It's spring. It's time to celebrate.
Yes. And we're hoping that the weatherman will give us some good weather to go along with these shirts.
Maybe by the 25th we'll have it. It's not looking good for this weekend. I'm glad you didn't put it this weekend.
No, we're glad as well. So we're excited. There's lots of fun things, plenty of food, so wait to eat till you get there. Plenty of things to do. We are going to have some kids events and things to do. The reptile lady will be there.
Oh, I was going to ask about that. I was just thinking that William, my 8-year-old, had a ball with the reptiles.
Everyone loves the reptile lady.
And don't forget, you can come early and get in the fun run.
Yes.
The 5K
run
fun
early.
I was trying to get past that part.
I'll be cheering them on. That's
well, remember, it is a 5K run, but you can walk if you like, or you can watch as they come through.
Or crawl, in my case.
Yes.
That starts
at 7:30.
Can you stand there and laugh at them? Or
no.
Okay.
You know, I think you need to cheer them on.
Right.
This is a positive environment, a family-friendly environment.
They'd be laughing if it was me.
Go to the 5K. After the 5K, come to the festival. We'll have some shaded areas for people to sit.
Yeah. You can burn off enough calories to feel good about those deep-fried Oreos.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Are they coming back this year?
They tell us they're coming, yes.
All right.
Yes.
And wonderful barbecue.
Barbecue, yes. Come eat after you've run off all those calories. Get a cold drink. Sit there and listen to some great
music. As a member of the committee, it's important to sample everything to make sure the
Right.
quality of it is. We're going to give our best effort on that part.
Absolutely. For anybody that doesn't know where the festival is, it's on McClellan. What's the easiest, if you're not familiar with McClellan, what's the easiest way to say you're going to find this?
If you go to the fire station where the circle is, we're right across the street. Stick your nose up in there to smell the barbecue or hear the music, you'll see us. We're right across in that gated, fenced-in area that used to be the stables. If you're coming from the Metaplex, you come down past the Metaplex to the stop sign and look left and you'll see us.
We're going to have some signs up, right?
Yeah, we'll have signs up, we'll have banners up, and again, you'll be able to smell the good food, and it's 4 acres of fun.
Yep.
So it's not hard to miss.
Yeah, if you're just driving up Quintard, Highway 21, you'll see some banners out there on the highway. They'll lead you in, and you'll have signs all the way along to get you in there.
Exactly.
Correctly. Look for the bright yellow signs.
There you go. All right. Teresa, Lisa, thank you very much. Keep up the hard work.
Thank you.
We'll do our best to get you a good weather forecast.
Yes, please.
Appreciate it.
And we'll be back in just a second with your Crazy Criminal of the Week on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Does your car stink? Tired of holding your nose and hiding your face? Let AOD Federal Credit Union help you find a new ride you'll be proud to drive at the 23rd Annual Credit Union Car Sale. Visit the Anniston Metropolitan Airport April 15th through 20th. Loan officers will be on site for immediate approval. Find your car at the 23rd Annual Calhoun County Credit Union Car Sale and insist on AODFCU financing for awesome low auto loan rates.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved a crackhead.
drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch. Like me.
I once was.
Homeless.
Broken. Sad.
Just lost. But now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
And welcome to the Crime Stoppers part of our show, where we ask you to put your deer stalkers on and help our investigators with these cases. First up on your caseload this week, between April 5th and April 6th, a storage building located on Wellington Road in Jacksonville was broken into. They got away with a leaf blower, chainsaw, miter saw, and hedge trimmer. And here, sometime between April 7th and April 8th, a Honda Foreman 450 ATV was stolen from this residence on Hollingsworth Road in Jacksonville. And on April 9th, this residence on Highway 9 in Anniston was broken into. They got away with some scrap metal, 12 antique Coke bottles, and other household items. A witness observed a silver Dodge Ram truck at the residence. And between April 4th and April 10th, a chainsaw, string trimmer, and log splitter were all stolen from this residence on Mud Street in Lincoln. And last up on your caseload this week, between April 8th and April 9th, a chainsaw, weed eater, and assorted hand tools were all stolen from this residence on Graham Drive in Ohatchee. And that's the Crime Stoppers part of our show. If you have any information on these cases, and we hope you do, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers 256-238-1414. Remember, we want your information and not your name.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
All right, for our crazy criminal of the week this week, Sheriff, it's not a good idea to pretend to be a police officer.
No, it's enough trouble if you really are one.
Yeah. Well, I kind of pretend to be one every week on this show, but I think everybody knows I'm not really. And I'm perfectly fine with that. We had an individual that decided that he was going to impersonate a police officer. See if you can figure out what his mistake was when he decided to pull over a dark SUV with tinted windows. What do you think he found inside?
I bet he had an interesting conversation.
Face to face with his heroes, I guess, the real live police officers.
And he asked them a question, and I'm sure they asked him something back.
Exactly. And then he got to take a ride in a real police vehicle and just explore all kinds of law enforcement goodies.
Kind of like an orientation to the job.
Right. Pro tip, if you're going to impersonate a police officer, try to find other people who are not police officers to mess with. But yes. No, just don't do it. All right, Sheriff, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We're wrapping up the program, but if they missed the lineup, we encourage them to watch the show on demand at tv24.tv, or they can see the lineup and the Crime Stoppers segment also on the Facebook page.
Our Facebook, and you'll find out about the Foothills Family Festival. If you missed some details today, check out ours or the Sheriff's Office website or TV24 or the Children's Center or Family Links. You can get the information.
We've all got it out there. That's all the time we have this week. We'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.